Dear viewers, I am Bins and welcome to episode 38. Let's play SHAPEZ 2, where we are trying to get our act together ever since we started insane mode. And I think I finally have. As I announced in the at the end of last video, I have a good feeling about it. So what I did was create these pretty big buffer islands that are essentially going to serve as storages, right? So I divide these belts into two, and then, you know, we just have a whole bunch of shapes at the ready so that we can supply full belts for at least some time, right? Let's get rid of these because I use those for testing purposes a bit. These are balancer units, so each belt gets distributed evenly over the other 7. Right, that's what that does, and then this little labyrinth thingy right here, well, it looks like one, but actually the belts don't cross. That is just the storage space. So I hope that with this new setup, we will be able to get these shapes done fairly quickly. And with that said, let's get to work. Here we go. I'd say that's more like it. When this machine gets rolling, it inputs 8 full belts of that stuff. And I think let's have a look at how these are doing, these buffers. But yeah, I mean, I think we're going to be pretty good, right? We aren't using all belts, and because of this mechanism, everything, all belts that aren't used are just they're just Q. They just jam, and the input goes to the other belts instead, right? So it kind of balances out, which is what I intended, and which I am very satisfied to see. So this is going pretty well. These shapes are coming in. We're already halfway. We're not getting full belts though. Why is that? Did I misconnect something? Am I not getting enough paint? Perhaps. Oh, interesting. Why is that? Okay, I should definitely keep an eye on that. Do we have the same thing going on here, though? It appears that we do. So, does that mean that we need one pipe? Come on. That we need one pipe. Oh yeah, we need one pipe per 4 units, don't we? Like painting units, I mean painters. Is that it? Would that work? Alright, there we go. So let's keep an eye on this belt to see if we get full shapes out of it now. Full belts out of it now. But I think overall it's looking good, right? So I do need to take that into account. Why is that? Okay, because it has a throughput of 1,200 and it needs... Yeah, okay, gotcha. I could actually... If I take 4 of these outputs, it should work because the pipe has enough capacity. So next time I'll do this, and that should also work, I feel like. Okay, but now the good thing is, or the next thing we're going to do is sever these lines so that the buffers can restore themselves, right? And then we're going to simply continue the story, but not before we have unlocked this new thing. Is there anything we want to unlock in terms of upgrades? I think so. I think I want these ones to go even faster. And the next one I want to do is the painter upgrade. So I think, once again, we're good to go. I'm going to keep this as a painter blueprint. So I'm going to disconnect this right here. And then I'm going to disconnect these pipes and disconnect these pipes. Good. And then, once again, I can simply delete everything here and we are ready to go. Now we're going to do this shape. In case it wasn't clear, I am a happy man right now. So let's get down to business. Okay, never mind. I thought I was gonna duplicate this and multiply the output by 2, but I think by the time I get this done, we're actually gonna reach the goal anyway, so let's not do that. And delete this. Because otherwise I'm also gonna be exhausting these resources, right? And I don't really want that. So yeah, this should be good for the time being, actually. I think I'm going to quickly just fast forward a bit and wait until these shapes have come in. And that is that. Let's unlock our new shape, and then hopefully the switch over from the current shape to the next one, I think it's not going to be all that big. I am going to remove that. I'm going to remove that. Now here, instead of halves, we're going to need diagonals. And guess who has a blueprint for that? This guy. So let's get these over. Like so. There we go. And then we don't need that anymore. And then let's have a look at our blueprints. We have the swappers now. We don't need the entire island. We just need the quadrant swapper. No, actually that's not true. We don't need the swapper. We need quadrant cutters. It's the diagonal quadrant cutter that we need. And this is on 1 floor. So let's make them 2 floors. And then we do it twice, 3 times, 4 times, and let's connect these belts up as well. Excellent. The next thing we might need is, let's see, this one twice, right? We need the painter twice. So let's create it twice. There we go. Copy that. I do have one tiny issue, and that is that we still need to get 4 circle belts across. Can I do that somehow by... of course not. That would have been too easy. That would have been too easy. So we just move our issue to the next platform that we have right here. And let's keep it going. Ladies and gents, now that's what I call efficiency. I feel like I finally got the hang of it, or I finally got into the flow that I wanted to. These shapes are coming in, 4 belts each, nice and clean belts. And now it's also going faster because with the research points we got, we managed to speed up all of the units, right? We can save on the vortex inputs because we don't really need them at this point. But the next thing I would like to do is, I think, well, in terms of upgrades, I mean, is save for the 3rd floor, because the 3rd floor is gonna allow me to increase this buffer by 33%. Is that it? It's going to have 150% of its current capacity, right? If we do that, at least if I have enough resources, which is something I will have to see. But yeah, I think overall, finally, I got into. Yeah, well, I can't think of another word, right? The flow that I wanted to achieve. Quickly set it up. Have plenty of resources, and then just move those shapes into the belts with a pretty high efficiency. I do see that I have some gaps. Is there a reason for that? Yes, there is a reason for it. My belts or my painting units right here are not working at optimal capacity because that connection was missing. It is also the first time that I am throwing paint and shapes over what you call this? I don't know what it's called. Yeah, from one foundation to another with launchers. That's what I was looking for. And then the input here, the logo here changes into a purple question mark. We hadn't seen that yet, so it's good to know that you can do that. It's pretty cool, if you ask me, to look at that. And yeah, I'm currently, well, now I'm just rambling on because we're waiting for these shapes to come in, right? Yeah, this will get up to full speed. That's good. In the meantime, let's already have a look at our next tasks. And we're going to put these monochrome spikers row. We're going to put that into the pin tasks list right here. And then, well, we had a factory for it, and I deleted it. So, but I think, as a matter of fact, it would be possible to reproduce them from these other shapes right here, the ones that we had before, right? I shouldn't have deleted everything, but I think I'm going to do them in linear fashion, in parentheses. I think that's what I'm going to want to do. I'm just going to wait for these shapes to come in, and then, heck, let's do the other ones as well. Why not? I feel like I'm finally on a roll, and I don't want to break my momentum right here. So let's just go back to the vortex. Let's wait for these shapes to come in, enjoy the music in the meantime, and then when they're in, we're going to start working on the next shapes. I think that should be good. We can cut the inputs and we can unlock our new shape. We've got that done, and here we see that the buffer has been exhausted and we're moving into half belts instead of full ones. But yeah, for the current amounts, it's doing pretty well. And while I am babbling on, this buffer right here is just being replenished. Right, that's how it works. So yeah, how am I gonna do this next shape? I think it's something interesting to have a look at. I'm gonna sever these, I'm gonna cut these lines. That's the first thing I'm going to do. And then I'm also going to cut those lines. Well, the thing I'm wondering, in case you are wondering, is if there is something I can reuse. Because we are going to need painted, like red circles, right? We're going to need those. And actually, I think I'm going to start with this shape. And I might try to do these two in parallel. Because it's like one red, one blue, right? It looks too coincidental to not be a thing. But all in all, you know what? No, I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna start over because that's gonna be the easiest thing. There we go. Here are the inputs, and I'm just gonna try to get these two shapes created in parallel. So once again, 3, 2, 1, on your marks, set, go. Quickly gonna interrupt the speed build because I'm gonna do something else. I'm going to create a new blueprint right here, and I'm gonna save that as how am I gonna call it? I don't know. It's just a belt corner, right? So let's use the shapes icon right here. Let's use the what's our thing? We're gonna use the shapes icon right here. And then is there something that looks like it could be a corner of something? Or you know what? Let's just do the following. Let's create this like that. Because that looks like a corner, doesn't it? And we're gonna put that in the miscellaneous category that we have. Did I spell that wrong? I don't know, I'm gonna look that up again. And we're just gonna call it 4 belt corner. There we go. Because that's gonna speed up building even more. And now, with that said, let's get back to work. Okay, so quick update. I have been going about this whole thing wrong because, well, I did not pay attention. I've been creating these diagonals as you probably followed along, but that is not going to work. Instead, what I need to do is something different. I do not need to chop up the uncolored blue squares. What I need to do is create only one belt of blue squares, but chop this up into diagonals and then stack them as a sandwich. That's what I need to do. So let's try that again. We're going to take the quadrant cutters and we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then we're gonna, I keep on doing that. You probably saw me do it. It's a hotkey. For some reason, I think I have my belts on the, what you call it, on the one button, on the one key. But if I am in the hotkeys, in the blueprint menu right here, it doesn't do that. The one key is something else. See, I did it again. So, and I'm probably going to keep on doing that over and over because, well, that's what you're going to get. Good, so that looks better. That does look better. And then now, what I need to do is, I can actually save some space right here. And then I'm going to take some stackers. What am I going to do with these stackers? I'm going to put them here. And I need, let's say, the bottom. There we go. We're going to do that. And then that. And we're going to copy it, flip it, and do it like that. Whereas you, we're going to siphon you off to the outside or something. Is that a clever idea? Because then we can take 4 belts of this and let's say that, we don't have all that much space, do we? Well, luckily there are solutions for that. There we go. So you go there. You go there. That looks a lot better. But then we're gonna get into trouble with the last one. Let's see. This should be better, right? Nope. One to the left, like that. Redo that. Take this belt, put it up the first floor, go down again. Now we've got the space, yes. That's a lot better. And then now, let's see. If you don't go in until the very last moment, we can pass these over the side and they get stacked on top of the other one again. So you stay. Oh, hold on a minute. Better idea. Because we're coming from both sides, we can apply symmetry. And I love symmetry. I don't know how you feel. I am a big fan of symmetry. So let's put you back there and there. You come in from the side there. You come in from the side there. And then we need one final stacker that has that will put the stars on top. That's what it's gonna do. So let's connect that, and then I am going to call it a day for this episode. Off to work. That is looking pretty decent for the time being. And then am I going to do the same thing with the... Wait, is this exactly the same shape, but with red squares, red circles instead of... No, of course it's not. That would be too easy. But it is very similar. It is very similar. So we need half a star at the bottom, a full red circle. Let's get the full red circle done already. Well, all in all, I think we've been doing that pretty well. While these shapes come in, I am going to say goodbye to you. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I had a lot of fun, especially in this episode, as I said before, that now that I think we are definitely picking up speed and I'm getting acquainted, or I'm getting into this rhythm where we can get the shapes done pretty quickly. I am not sure whether I will be doing all of these tasks, because there is actually something that we could compare to storyline, and that's of course the milestones. So maybe next episode we will look at the milestones. Maybe I will do these shapes. If there is enough time, I will do both. And hey, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you do too. I would love to see you then and there. For today, I've been Bins. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.